Yes, Rafi sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, yes. So we can start.
Yes, yes, we can.
So on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome today's resource person, Dr. Amit ji, for this morning session. He will deliver his talk on information communication technology in NEP 2020. So once again, I welcome you, sir, and I would now hand over the session to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rafi. Yeah. Namaste, everybody. No doubt we are going to listen to a session on ICT in education. But before that, I would like to pass on a very important message with an expectation that a similar message should be passed on to all our students because most of you are the teachers. You come from teacher fraternity. So I request uh, all of you to pass on this message to all your students. Why is it necessary? Because these students are very often in search of the shortcuts, and most of the times these shortcuts are very dangerous. That's why within a couple of minutes, I'll share this important message with you, and then we will start with the actual stuff. Okay. I'll share my screen. Yeah. Hope everybody can see my screen. Uh, yeah. Is it visible? The participants? Yeah. Participants, is it visible? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So this important message is no pain, no gain. Even you people might have observed in your classes, these young children, they do not want to work very hard, and they are always searching for some shortcuts. So this message is for all these people. First, see, this is a short story, you can say. We have five people, ladies and gentlemen, who are on a mission. They have been assigned some task. They have been given some assignment, and the assignment is in front of you. They have to carry a wooden block to the desired place. And this person wearing yellow t-shirt is our hero. He's our hero. So all these people have to carry this wooden cross to certain location. So everything is going on smoothly. Our hero is also carrying on that wooden cross, just like the other competitors. Others are his competitors. After some time, he just a minute. After some time, he feels tired, and that's why, as usual, when we are in trouble, we remember the God, we remember the Lord or the Almighty. And similarly, he also remembers the Lord. He says, Lord, it is too heavy, so please cut it down a little. His Lord is not going to, not coming to him to cut it down. So he feels that he should cut it down. So he gets the hacksaw and cuts down that that cross. With the help of that tool, he cuts down that cross. And now this is the scene. He's a bit happy than the earlier. So he cuts it down And that's why that wooden cross becomes lighter so that he can carry it easily. But after some time, again he feels tired and he thinks that he should cut it down a little more and he'll be able to carry it better. So once again, he cuts down that wooden cross this way and he proceeds. And this gentleman doesn't forget to thank his Lord. And he thanks his Lord and he continues his journey. See, now he is leading that group. He is leading that group and he is almost at the first position. Unfortunately, he comes across this valley. Unfortunately, he comes across this valley where he repents, he rethinks whether he has done, whether his earlier actions were correct or not. So he realizes that something is wrong. And this is the scene now. Because all those participants, they had to cross this bridge, this valley, and they have to cross over that valley or that bridge by using their wooden cross. But our hero fails to do that because he checks and he finds that his wooden cross is a bit short of the length of that valley, that bridge, and that's why he repents of his action he committed earlier. And he had no other option, and he fails to cross that valley. And the result, that he fails to reach the destination, that desired target, which was assigned to them. So, this is an important message that I want you to pass on to the young generation, your students, so that they should be always prepared to accept the pain so that their future will be fruitful. They need not repent on such things because there will be always a reason for the pain or that work, and they should be prepared mentally, physically, they should be prepared to accept such pain in life, so that they should not repent of any of their actions in their life. Okay? Because this happiness, this joy may be restricted to a particular movement, that particular movement, and that's why they should not be in search of such shortcuts. Okay, so this was a message. I like this message, so I thought I should share with all my teacher friends. Then we can start with the actual session. The Just a minute, I'll share it with you. The title of today's discussion, today's presentation is use of ICT in education. I'll share this presentation with you. Yeah. Use of ICT in education. So I hope by now most of you might be aware of ICT or use of technology in education. By the grace of pandemic, COVID pandemic, all of us have started using technology in the area of education. And by now we are well versed with the use of technology. Though it was a troublesome time for most of us, pandemic for those 2 years, it was a troublesome time, but it had some lighter side also. Most of the people have started using technology during those days because we had to engage our students. sitting right at home. I mean, even here we have two angles, two dimensions. Though it was a trouble, but it was also a boon for us that most of us, I will not say all of us, but most of us have started using this technology. We explored all the features of technology and we started using all these platforms, online platforms for our sessions, for our lectures. And during last 4 to 6 years, I think we are quite comfortable to use technology in our area, our classes. And most of the classes today might be IT enabled, technology enabled in most of your colleges or your schools, your universities. We have started using the technology. So we should also consider the lighter side of that pandemic. ICT, I hope those who come from engineering background, technical background, might be aware of ICT. We call it information and communication technology. This clarification is for those who are coming from the backgrounds like humanities and social sciences. So it is information and communication technology. During this discussion, we'll have a journey right from the origin of ICT or before ICT, prior to ICT, what kind of technology we had used. So I'll take you to the past where or how exactly we started using these technology and we'll take that journey. Information communication technology, it's a set of some technological or technical tools or the set of some technical resources which are used to communicate or these are used for communication. These are also used to create some kind of information, pass on this information, disseminate this information, store this kind of information, or manage this information. And in almost all the universities or all the offices, educational organizations, we use ICT now because this technology consists of different electronic devices which are associated with the human interactive materials. And these materials enable us, help us to employ all kind of technology for teaching learning processes as well as some for some personal use also and for data management, data storage. For all these purposes, we can use this technology. And with the help of this technology, we have been performing different tasks. I'm going to focus on all those tasks in detail in the latter part of my discussion. So basically, this is the broad use of ICT or internet communication technology, where we are trying to use it in teaching learning processes as well as in the field of data management, also data storage, and for some other purposes also. As I told you, we need to revisit the journey of this technology, information and communication technology. So I'll take you in the past, in the history, maybe around 100 years ago. Around 100 years ago. When we talk about the first stage of origin of ICT, origin of information and communication technology, we can say that it was marked by the emergence of telecommunication or different telecommunication devices, which started in early 19th century when the telegraph was invented. The telegraph was invented. Today, with the help of this technology, we have been comfortably using this technology and it has become very well accessible for all of us. Then after the invention of telegraph, I hope everybody knows what is telegraph. Then in the second stage, during the second stage, of ICT, we witnessed the rise of computing somewhere in the mid 20th century, in the middle of 20th century, where we came across the use of computers, which were very large and you can say which were very expensive. And all those computers were at a primary level. At that time, it was a kind of attraction. Use of computers or computers means it was a attraction for a common man. Because during those days, usually we saw the computers in some computer institutes only. And people were very much afraid of using those computers because it was for the first time they were using computers, and they were not knowing how to use that computer. If we do not use it properly, whether it will create some kind of problem, technical problem, whether we come across some technical issue. And that's why they were excessively careful about the use of computers. First of all, the common man didn't have easy access to computers during those days. If you recall, those who have used computers during the earliest stage, or maybe in, you can say, towards the end of 20th century, maybe 1990 to 1995, they might recall that there was the older operating system, disk operating system we called, or in short, we called DOS, where we had to use those bootable disks. We had two types of disks during those days, and we had to insert that disk in the disk drive so that we can boot the system first. We can boot the system first. Once your system is booted, then we usually come across that command prompt. Command prompt. So this was the way we started the computers during those days. I mean, maybe for me, at least, it was the first time I started using computers somewhere in 1990 or 1992. And even I had not owned a computer at that time. It was used somewhere in the computer institute, some computer institute. Means it was not affordable for a common man to purchase a computer during those days. So this was the scenario during the second stage where we used these bootable disks, and later we witnessed the invention of Windows operating system, which was having a better or a good, you can say, graphic user interface. And then we were quite comfortable using Windows operating systems. During the third stage, I hope it will do if I'll switch on or disable my video. So it will not have any kind of technical issue for us. So I'll switch it off. Yeah. During the third stage of this evolution, we came across the emergence of internet in the late 20th century. Even if you remember what was that era, it was the era where we used the dial-up connection. Dial-up connection, those who used these dial-up connections during those days, and they may recall those days. I mean, we had to use those landline connections. With the help of that landline connections, we used to connect the internet. We had to enter that user ID and password. User ID and password. With the help of that, we had to use internet, and there was a lot of struggle during those days when we wanted to connect with internet. But anyway, we used internet. At that time, we had some limited data, limited type of connections, and even it was very costly. I mean, this today it is not very costly. It's very cheaper. Wherever we go, we carry internet in our pocket. So this was not the scenario during those days. It was, you may say, tough time as far as the use of internet is concerned, and many people didn't use internet during those days. Only a few people used internet during those days. So that witnessed the origin of World Wide Web towards the end of 20th century, and that allowed us, that provided the facility of sharing the information across the networks. And during the next stage, or after some, you may say, months or years, it led to creation of new industries which were based on internet. It also promoted some business models, social networks, e-commerce. During those days, we just listened to the word e-commerce. We were not knowing what is e-commerce. Somewhere in 1994, 95, immediately after the emergence of internet, we were knowing just e-commerce. We had some search engines like Yahoo or India Times. Hmm? Certain websites were there, and we started this one. Rediff was also there. Most of the people used Rediff or Rediff Mail also. And after that, we started using online marketing after a long time. Okay. We started using online marketing or e-commerce. Means during those days, e-commerce was restricted to the books only. And now, if you think about e-commerce, it is very common. It has become very common. We order anything and everything by using this internet or online portals. For everything, we have online portals, and we order even medicines. We order our clothes. What are all those things? I need not tell you all these things. Some of you might be using all these platforms, e-commerce platforms, maybe more than me. So this was the third stage of the evolution of internet and communication technology. Then fourth stage. During the fourth stage, we witnessed mobile computing. Mobile computing. That was in the early 21st century. Means we started most of the things, or you can say some of the things, using our mobile. Using mobile. We began using such things or these applications, mobile applications, during early 21st century. And later on, we witnessed the invention of smartphones and then tablets. Maybe as far as my memory is concerned, I think uh, till 2005, till 2005, most of us might be using those simple bar phones. Simple bar phones. At least I was using a bar phone till I remember 2004 or 5. Maybe around 2006 or 7, I bought the smartphone and then I started using it. So after the invention of smartphones and tablets, we got greater mobility. We had access to more mobility, greater mobility, and flexibility to connect with the people and to access the information and communicate from anywhere at any time. At any time. Earlier to that, I still visualize that scene. We had when we wanted to make a call, we had to go to that STD booth, yellow colored STD booth, which is no more now. Which is no more now. We cannot see any STD booth now. Or We usually had to give the telephone or landline number of our neighbors when some relatives wanted to call us. This was the scenario. But now everybody is carrying a mobile in his or her pocket, and we are connected from anywhere and anytime. Anytime. For 24 hours, we are connected. That's why we do not have any problem now. Then, during the fifth stage, we witnessed the emergence of artificial intelligence. And this, you can say, this era, this stage is underway. Even today, we are talking about the feasibility of artificial intelligence, pros and cons of artificial intelligence, limitations of artificial intelligence, everything we are trying to explore. We are trying to explore all these things. I hope everybody is comfortable with English. Yes, participants, is everybody comfortable with English? Okay, since there is mm, okay, yes, okay, okay, good. That's good. Then during the fifth stage, we witnessed this new technology, that is artificial intelligence. And now you people know the way it has transformed our life, the way it has changed our lives. And we can do anything by using this artificial intelligence. No doubt, except a few limitations. It has some limitations, but we can perform most of the things. That is why I was talking about the Generation Z at the very beginning of my session, the way they try to find out the shortcuts. With the help of this technology, artificial intelligence, these young children can get anything ready-made within a fraction of seconds. And I feel this has affected their creativity. Means, for example, if they have to write some essay, they do not read the books. They do not read some articles or journals. They don't read anything. They just go to some website which is enabled with AI, maybe like ChatGPT, and they use some tool, AI tool, and they get the draft of that essay within a few seconds. Within a few seconds. Means they need not think about anything. They need not arrange their points. They need not write their points. They need not expand their points. Anything they do not need to perform. They just get all these things ready made. Even I have seen some youngsters who do not take their decisions at their own. For their decisions, they ask ChatGPT, what should I do in this kind of situation? Means this is too much, nah? This is too much. At least they should take their decisions at their own. This is very funny. We know this AI or AI tools, these can perform the tasks which require the human intelligence, but no doubt it has some limitations. But in near future, I think these machines or AI tools will be able to perform the task like the human beings or human intelligence, maybe up to 99.9% at least. Because now we are performing different tasks like visual perception or maybe speech recognition, decision making, or automation in several industries. So we have been performing these assignments, these tasks in different areas. In different areas. So this was the fifth stage emerged in the area of technology or information and communication technology. One more thing I just could recall. I just recall. Uh, no doubt it is not associated with this session, but and please do not relate it with any religion. Yesterday only, maybe it was merely a coincidence. Yesterday only, I came across a scent in Raigad district. I stay in Raigad district. And I just recalled it because we are talking about speech recognition, visual perception, or we are talking about AI tools. Uh, in these recent years, we have started using our Aadhaar cards, Aadhaar IDs. And our biometric status is associated with our Aadhaar. Okay. So I came across a saint whose name was Shri Vishnubua Brahmachari, who was in Raigad district, who stayed in Raigad district, and his time, his timeline, it was long back. It was around, it was from 1825 to 1871. It was a very short span of, you may say, 46 years. And this gentleman during those days had talked about the biometric identity. Biometric identity. He had written somewhere that some kind of tool should be designed based on which these biometric identities can be created, these can be stored, and these can be accessed to know or track the movements of all the human beings. How many states they have visited, how many districts they have visited, everything can be tracked with the help of these biometric designs or these identities, biometric identities. Means, though today we are talking about AI in the early 21st century, we can say that this was invented somewhere in. I'll show you even that photograph. Yesterday, there was a gentleman who visited me as well as my vice chancellor, sir, and I got that booklet from him. This is that scent or that gentleman. Maybe you will not be able to see that name properly, but he resided during the 19th century. He resided in one of the nearby towns here in Raigad district of Konkan, Maharashtra. Means what I want to say? I want to say that these days we are talking about Bharatiya Gyan Parampara. Let us not call it IKS or Indian knowledge system. Instead of that, we should call it Bharatiya knowledge system or Bharatiya Gyan Parampara. So we are talking about this Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, where we are trying to revisit the glorious past of our country, where we had well developed scientific technologies, we had well developed metallurgy, we had well developed aerospace engineering, and we had all these technologies during the past. So we can say that we are just talking about all these technologies or its development in the recent past, but these technologies existed already long back in our Bharat, which was known to be a very developed or rich country, rich state. So this is up to fifth stage where we have witnessed the emergence of technology, emergence of some technology like AI or artificial intelligence. But the only thing we need to take care of that this technology, the way people are misusing several technologies. This technology should not be misused by the people. And in order to do that, in order to avoid that, we have to create awareness among our young generation or generation Z, so that the positive use of these technologies can be done, and we can establish a good society. We can have some good citizens in future. Then, just a minute. Yeah. Then we can talk about the classrooms, the way this technology, information and communication technology, has transformed or revolutionized the education with replacing the traditional teaching methods. Till the last decade in this century, most of us used the blackboard and chalk, or maybe some of you might have used whiteboards also, and some of you might have been using the glass boards, those green colored glass boards. But now, in most of the schools, colleges, universities, or institutions, we find there are smart boards, there are projectors, LCD projectors, where, and all these equipment are connected with internet, and with the help of that, we can show different pictures, graphs, or sketches or presentations by using these smart boards. So, is it not the boon of ICT? This is just because of the evolution of ICT that we have transformed our classrooms, traditional classrooms, into the ICT enabled classrooms. Traditional classrooms into the ICT enabled classrooms. And this technology has played, definitely has played a pivotal role in enhancing the teaching learning experience. I hope you know, being the teachers, the use of technology plays a very important role in the teaching learning process, because this brings in a kind of visualization for all the learners. And this effective visualization helps the learners remember the things for a longer time and in a proper way, in a better way, in a better way. In order to support this, I'll cite a very simple example of our pre-primary classes. Our pre-primary classes. The pre-primary classes, when we used to go to the schools, or at present you can see your children's classes, pre-primary classes. These classes are full of different colors and colorful objects, because they know, their teachers know that when they have to teach, you may say, let us say, the alphabet in English or Marathi or Hindi. Instead of teaching them simply those alphabet, they can show those pictures or those objects in front of them. For example, if it is A for apple, so they can show the picture of apple, so that the people can visualize that object immediately. They can visualize that object immediately, and they can remember it, and whenever it is required, they can recall that object. Even some of you might be able to recall your first session or first day in your pre-primary class. Your teacher during those days might have shown you different objects in order to teach you these alphabet or these scripts, maybe Devanagari script or A to Z English letters. Because that visualization is very important. Visualization is very important in the process of teaching and learning. And that is why this ICT technology plays a very important role here in the modern classrooms. Because of this technology, education has become more accessible and it has become more interactive. It has become more interactive. I think the participants should focus on the slides and my audio. So please avoid writing anything on the screen. Uh, So education is more accessible. It has become more accessible and it has become more interactive. And our present session can be the best example because as far as I can see here, some people, some of the participants, some of the audience, they might be coming from the other states or they are coming from all over the country. Means the distance is no bar now because of this ICT. Even you people, as well as I'm using this technology, all of us have Wi-Fi connection at our place. We are using our mobiles or our laptops or PC, and with the help of that, we have started this session. If required, I can or everybody can show our video. Even I can transfer my screen to you. So everything is possible now. Everything is possible. So this is the present scenario. You can say the way everything has been evolutionized. Technology has brought in this transformation, and we have been using all these ICT applications which are driven by the major technological advancements. Major technological advancements means everything is available at the fingertip for everybody who is techno savvy, who knows how to use technology, who knows how to use these technical gadgets. So this is the present scenario, you can say. Then we have been involved in ICT, information and communication, both the things by using this technology. And this information may have the form, any form, maybe sound, pictures, video, text. Right now, I can transfer my video to you. You people can transform your video to me. I can transform the text. I'm sharing my text with you people. That is visible to you people. So these are the things ICT has provided to us. So really, we should be thankful to this technology, the father of this technology, or the people who have generated this technology. And we know that we have been using this technology for different purposes or in different areas. So as far as I just I could recall that, that's why I would like to share it with you. I just referred to the father of this one ICT or information communication technology. So as far my reading is concerned, it was a fellow who is widely regarded as the father of information theory, whose name is Claude Shannon, and he is known as a very important person or personality in the area of ICT because he worked for the foundation of digital communication and the modern age of information technology. he had presented the information theory, and he had also presented the bit, you call it bit bit, as the fundamental or basic unit of this digital information. 0 and 1, we call it bit. And during the early days, it was having the theoretical framework for digital communication that has influenced the development of computers, development of, you can say, networks and all other digital technologies. So we should be thankful to this fellow, Claude Shannon, who provided a mathematical model for understanding how this information can be transmitted and it can be processed in a reliable manner. And during the earlier stage, we had very large computers. So even those supercomputers were there, and large computers, and their speed was also very slow. But now, we can boot our computer quickly within a few moments, and we can process any task within a few moments. So definitely, hats off to Mr. Shannon, who laid a foundation for this kind of technology. Then, as I told you that we can pass on, we can share this information in any form. It may be in the form of sound, picture, video, text, or anything. And it is used, it is being used in different areas like education or academics. It is used in banking, agriculture, or maybe health sector, communication, e-commerce, or governance, politics, transportation, defense, financial services, anywhere we have been using. Means no field is remaining or is away from the use of technology. Everywhere we have been using technology or information communication technology. The latest example, if you want, I can cite you the example of this S400, which is known as Sudarshan Chakra for Bharat. That was a technology that Bharat used recently during the airstrikes against Pakistan. Though it was not the technology of Bharat, but still we used that. It was Russian technology. We used it effectively. And we know to what extent it was defensive, it was useful to protect our land, to protect our borders, to protect our people. And that used this technology. It also used radar, and maybe with the help of all these technologies, we could prove our strength in front of the whole world. So you can say that it gave us a chance to prove the strength of Bharat in front of the whole world. This is also because of the use of, you can say, different information and communication technology or tools that exist today. As far as various applications of ICT are concerned, I can cite some areas where we have been using different ICT applications which are very close for you people, which are very close for you people. First of all, ICT is used very effectively in the area of distance education. There are many universities in Bharat these days who have been using ICT to disseminate their knowledge or the instructions to their students who are located at different locations, who are situated at different locations. If you consider Maharashtra, we have one open university here at Nashik, Yashwantrao Chauhan Open University, Maharashtra Open University. And at national level, at New Delhi, we have Indira Gandhi National Open University. Apart from that, there are many other universities which are providing the distance education courses in distant mode. So all these organizations are using ICT for delivering their instructions, their online sessions to the students who have enrolled for different courses in their universities. And this has provided a good platform for communication among the teachers and their learners, their students, the instructors and their learners. Even you might have seen several video lectures using YouTube also. Some recorded lectures are there. We can also listen to all these recorded lectures using all these technologies. ICT is also useful in the educational administration. We come across our management information system, MIS we call it. At almost all the institutions, we see we have our own MIS management information system where all the details of students are stored there on a server. All the details of the faculty members, all the teaching, non-teaching staff, admin staff, everything related to the teachers and the staff is stored there, and it can be retrieved anytime as and when it is required. The best example of this would be the online examinations which are conducted these days. The online examinations like joint entrance examination, which is conducted all over the country, JEE, what we call, or NEET is there, or there are different examinations like SET and NET, or there are many other online entrance examinations. So, what is the model they have been using? They have the students enrolled for these examinations who are sitting at different examination centers, and they are appearing, they are taking those examinations, and their data, their results are processed there online, and the same is provided to them by using technology. So they have everything, all the modules, different modules they have, because they want to process, they want to store, first of all, their data, then they retrieve it when it is required, and they can also process that data anytime as per the need. So this is at national level, but at your institution level, your school level, you can have your own Management Information System, MIS. Then instructional system, we have digital studios in many institutes, many universities, where we can record our lecture, and whenever it is required, we can pass on, we can telecast that video lecture to the desired people, desired learners. Later on, I'll come to some more examples of this system. Then we have library services. Library services have become, or a lot of, you can say, technological advancement has been brought in the library services in our library. These libraries, today's libraries are no more like the older libraries where we had to search for a particular book and it was a time consuming task for us. But these days, we use different software for library management. Um, with the help of these software, with the help of that OPAC, we can search for a particular book with the help of the title of that book and with the help of the author's name. And immediately that would provide us all the details of that book. Even it will provide us the details like whether that book is available, a copy is available in the library right now, or it has been borrowed by some other person. All kind of information can be provided with the help of that software, that system in the library management system. This can be one of the modules in MIS system. Then if you talk about the other aspect of ICT applications, we may have one more module, that is research. Research. How exactly we have been using ICT for the research facilities? As far as research is concerned, There are many universities which conduct their PET PhD entrance tests in online modes also. They register their students in online mode. And now, since all of you are teachers, you might be aware of the Shodh Ganga facility, which is launched by University Grants Commission (UGC). With the help of Shodh Ganga, we can check the duplication of the thesis or some data in the research work that has been carried out by any researcher, any student. And now we have to upload all our thesis to Shodh Ganga. So that is also, you can say, a kind of storage of all these theses. And if required, we can use all these theses for our reference for our studies. Then delivery of course material by using these different platforms. We can deliver the course material, the course instructions to different students. Right now, we are doing the same thing. We have been using Zoom platform. Apart from that, we have MS Teams, or we have many other platforms that we have been using for the delivery of instructions, academic instructions, or classroom instructions to the students. And with the help of the improved access to all these things, we have been using all these ICT applications in a better way, or we can say that more efficient manner. We have been using these tools in a more efficient manner. Then we can talk about the important role of information communication technology in education. Most of the points I have touched upon in the last slide. I'll just touch upon the additional points here. E-learning and access to e-libraries. E-libraries, the way I was talking about, one of the modules in your MIS, apart from that, the module that is used in the library, apart from that, we do have access to e-libraries. In many universities, you might have come across, or some of you might be using e-library. Means right now here in my university, I have been using the e-library. Means I can access my library, the books in my library from anywhere. I just need to have that user ID and password, which is assigned to me by my university. By using those credentials, I can access any book available in my library. That is ebook. And now, these days, many universities, or almost all the universities, are promoting ebooks also. Apart from the print books, they are also promoting ebooks. And these publishers do have most of the ebooks. So this is one of the major benefits, I think, because if I'm traveling somewhere, and during my leisure, if I feel I should read this book, I should explore this book, particular book, so immediately I can log into my e-library or e-library facility, which is provided to me by my university. And with the help of that, I can read that book. Yes, this is useful for learning as well as research. Learning as well as research. I can explore that book. If I want to write something, I can write something on paper also. Means the utilization of time and resources. This has become more important these days because of the tough competition, cutthroat competition in the present world. And if you want to survive in this cutthroat competition, we need to work very hard. We have to utilize every second in our life so that we can prove that we are different from others. We can highlight our success. That's why such facilities are very important. That is the best example, I think, the access to e-libraries we have. Then access to learning resources, different learning resources can be easily accessed. Access to online courses. Later on, there will be a flying reference to this, but at this time, at this moment, I'll tell you how can we access online courses. everybody from the audience might be aware of these online courses. It may be different platforms like NPTEL or MOOCs or Udemy or different. There are different platforms. There are different people. There are different resource persons who have been using, who have been providing these online courses. And maybe some of the courses may be free of cost. Some of the courses may charge you something. And by using these online courses, we can learn something by sitting at our own place, maybe our office, our university, our college, or our residence or our home. We need not travel a long distance for this. That fellow might be sitting somewhere in Kolkata, and we can listen to the person from Kolkata by sitting here in Mumbai or Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Means this has become a play of just the fingertips. This has become the play of just the fingertips. Then collaborative learning. Collaborative learning. Collaborative learning is also very important because the participation of the students in the teaching or learning process is very important. Means uh, further I'll explain this collaborative learning. These days, the students are very smart, and that's why we do not have the traditional classrooms. Usually, in the traditional classrooms, what happened? It was like a one-way communication, where the teacher usually come to the class, he delivered the lecture and left the class. But now, these smart people are sitting in front of us, and that's why we should be very careful and we need to resolve their doubts. We need to resolve their doubts. And in order to do that, no doubt we have access to information technology. If we have some query, immediately we can access to internet. And if we do not know a particular point or a particular information, we can immediately Google it and share it with them. That's why this collaborative learning is also very important for us, and we are experiencing it with the help of this kind of technology. This technology. Then we have another point, that is distance learning. We have already talked about it. Effectiveness of technology. Already I cited the example of the classrooms, technology enabled classrooms. I cited the example of your pre-primary classrooms where visualization is very important. Again, in order to explain visualization, I can cite the example, some examples, maybe this one. When you were playing the role of student in the schools, just recall your history session, the way history was taught to you by your history teacher there, or some language lecture where some poem was being taught. So if it is some history session, your teacher might have taught you some history, let us say the history of Marathas here in Maharashtra, history of Shivaji Maharaj, the way he uh, met Afzal Khan at Pratapgarh, and the way he killed Afzal Khan. Means when your teacher was teaching you that particular era, that particular topic in history, you might have visualized the whole scene, I think. Afzal Khan was a tall fellow. This was the description in the history books. And as compared to him, Shivaji Maharaj was very small person as far as his height is concerned. Huh? And while listening to that history teacher, you might have visualized a tall man meeting a short man. They came together, they meet each other, and later on, you know the history, the way they tried to kill each other, and the way Shivaji Maharaj killed Mr. Afzal Khan. So this is one of the examples of visualization, and this visualization is very important for these people because they should be able to recall all those things when they are reading something. And that's why this you can say effectiveness of the technology has played a very important role in the lives of present students, learners as well as teachers. Not only the learners but the teachers also, learners as well as teachers. Then multimedia, we have been using multimedia here. All kind of multimedia is being used. Educational data storage, I have told you initially that we have or we are able to store all kind of information, and we have easy access to all this data as and when we need this data, we can access to this. It may be some ebooks which are freely available, or it may be some online lectures, video lectures. Our libraries are there, everything we have access to all this source of information. And the most important thing is that the Divyang people or children with disabilities. See, this has a major point, I think. Means these children with disability should not be away from this technology or use of ICT technology, use of ICT. That is why we should take care of them also, and that care has been taken by this technology. It has been taken by the taken care by the technology. Uh, if you have visited, I don't know how many of you have visited such schools, the schools for the physically disabled people, or we call it Divyang people, Divyang children. If you have seen, you might have observed that these people have been using the technology for teaching learning process or in their classrooms. Very often I visit some schools for Divyang people here in Raigad and Thane district. And I was very much impressed that one of the schools in Palghar district, even we conducted a workshop for these people so that um, they can learn these technologies in a better way. And I found that those were very small kids, huh? And they could sing different songs and they could play the music also. Huh? It's different musical instruments. They could play different musical instruments. Means we were very much impressed because of that 30 minutes performance by all those children. The age group of those children was approximately, you can say, 8 to 12 years. And when I inquired, how did they learn all these things? That teacher or that manager told us that they could learn all these things with the help of technology. With the help of technology. So, miss, each and every element from the society is blessed with technology, and they have been using this technology. So, definitely, everybody should be thankful to ICT or all these multimedia, or you can say this kind of technology. Then, as far as the area of education is concerned, we have been using these digital libraries, distance learning, and the most important thing is the creation and use of visual learning tools or e-content, development of e-content. You know, now these governing bodies in the area of higher education, technical education, like UGC, AICT, Pharmacy Council of India, or Architecture Council of India, or there are many other governing bodies. They have been they have been promoting us to use the creation of e-content. Our 360 feedback, they have also made it compulsory that every teacher should design some e-content, and that e-content should be useful for their learners. So as a part of that, we have started developing our e-content. Even some of you might have developed your e-content by using this technology. You might be able to transmit or transfer all your content to your students, your learners. Then the next step is evaluation. See, the technology has transformed the educational field totally. Means even on-screen evaluation is available for us now. We need not go to the physical CAP centers, or we did not handle those answer papers, physical answer papers. Our universities, they are ready to scan these answer papers and upload those on our portal. And with the help of some credentials, we can access those answer papers, or we can assess those answer papers, and we can check, we can even enter the marks there, and those marks are immediately transferred to stored to our server, university's server. Means this process has become so quick. Because of that, we can process all our results, we can complete the assessment within a very short span of time. So this evaluation process has also become simplified because of ICT, use of ICT. And as I told you, collaborative teaching learning process, made, it has developed better collaboration of students with their teachers. Teachers are accessible to the students from anywhere. They need to just type some text by using our SMS, or maybe this one, WhatsApp, or some other social media apps. And we can help our students. See, everything is available with the help of all these platforms. Even Google platforms are available, which are providing us different types of applications. With the help of Google platform, we can perform different actions. So this was a quick review of the academic organizations which have been transformed with the use of technology, with the help of technology. Then we have the use of ICT at homes. ICT, use of ICT at homes. Shall we take a break of 5 minutes, participants? I think we should take a break of 5 minutes, and once again we will. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, okay, 5 to 10 minutes. But you should stay here. Within 5 minutes, you can have your bio break, or maybe water or tea, whatever you want to have. So within 5 to 10 minutes, we will be back. Okay. Okay. Okay, let us start. Let us resume the session. We were talking about the education use of ICT in education sector. We have touched upon all those factors, all those areas like libraries, distance learning, collaborative learning, evaluation process, everything we have touched upon. Then let us talk about the use of ICT at homes. Uh, Even at home, we have been using it every minute. We have been using ICT. The best example of that would be the payment of electronic bills. It may be our mobile bill, electricity bill, or gas refill, hmm? Or it may be any other kind of bill, credit card bills, or any other kind of bill. We have been using ICT, we have been using different platforms for the payment of such things. Second important thing is money management. Money management. And nowadays people have developed a lot of awareness about the money management, and they have started using different platforms, different applications for money management. Everywhere we have the use of ICT, information communication technology. Different platforms are there, and we have been using these. Then the most important thing most of you like, that is entertainment. That may be entertainment with music, or entertainment with video, or many other digital forms are there. We have been using all these digital forms for entertainment, and again we should be thankful to ICT. Because if you see, if you go back to the history that I depicted to you people around 1995, all such resources were not available at all. And even after 10 years, after that, maybe around 2005 or 2007, these things were not very common. These things were not very common because, in the early stages of the development of this technology, we used those pagers. huh? Pagers. Many of you may be aware of the pagers. We have to call, we have to make a call, and we have to request them to pass on a message through the pager. And then that pager office usually shared that message with the owner of that pager. And this process was a lengthy process. And after that, we saw the emergence of mobile technology, where initially these mobile or even incoming and outgoing calls were costly. It was a costly affair during those days. But now, this is not a costly affair. We need not pay anything for incoming calls, and even outgoing calls have become very cheap these days. So this was the scenario, and now at homes also we started using all kind of technology. Maybe in our drawing hall, it may be in our kitchen. Everywhere we use technology. We use technology. So this is the present scenario at home. Another area where we use technology is our offices. I think most of the offices are technology enabled, ICT enabled. Initially, we had a flying reference to the use of ICT at different places. So, as far as offices are concerned, I was talking about MIS, Management Information System. Everywhere in almost all the offices, we can see the use of MIS. Even the government offices, these have been using ICT. As far as the salary grants are concerned, salary grants of the employees or treasury is concerned. Earlier, treasury was on, you may say, this was with paper office. And now it has also become almost paperless, not completely paperless, because they have to maintain some records on paper also. But usually they had to maintain a large kind of ledgers with them, and they had to enter all the details in those ledgers. But now, because of the use of technology or because of use of computers, um, a lot of efforts and a lot of man hours have been saved. So This is also an important transformation, we can say. In the offices, we are using this ICT or this technology for creating memos, for creating letters, other kind of communications, or we can share all kind of data of our employees in our systems, and the same data can be retrieved as and when required. Now, almost everybody might be using the biometric attendance in his or her office. So we have to just put on our thumb there on that machine, or we have to, if it is a face recognition system, we have to just stand in front of that camera of that machine. Our face will be recognized, our name and employee code will appear there, our entry time will appear on the screen, and that will be stored in some system at backend. At the end of the month, the same can be retrieved, and based on that, our attendance is generated and our salary will be paid. So this kind of system is in place everywhere in almost all the offices nowadays. And this is possible only because of ICT. Payrolls are created, income statements are created immediately. We need not refer to any kind of ledger, any kind of register. Just it is available at the back end and we can just retrieve that data. Within a few minutes, we can get that income statement or maybe the payrolls. Then we have been using different training programs also in different offices. For those training programs, you need not travel to any place. Everything is available with the help of a click, with the help of your fingertip. Evaluation of the employees, that is also available online. And with the help of that, see, we started using all these things in a better way. Then the security and defense. A few minutes back, I was talking about the airstrike which was initiated by Bharat on Pakistan against Pakistan. So at that time, I referred to radar. So these radar systems are very much helpful for us in our defense system also. And I referred to that S-400 and Sudarshan Chakra, what we called it. That technology, that device used the radar technology, it used different sensors, and with the help of that, it could destroy all kind of attacks. It could neutralize all the attacks which were launched by the enemy. The enemy. This was so efficient that no destruction at all could be carried out by Pakistan in our boundaries or within our boundaries. Even this technology is helpful for us in locating enemies. You know, we can record all the movements of our enemies with the help of radar. We can guide the missiles, or we can launch the guided attacks also with the help of the technology, this kind of technology. The simple example of this technology is your metal detectors. We could not see that S400 and we could not see how it destroyed. We could just see that on television screen. But these are very common things like metal detectors and scanners. When you go to some mall, or when you some VIP is visiting your organization, you come across the metal detectors and scanners there. The security personnel will check you. They would go for the scan. May not be thorough scan, but they would scan you with the help of their scanners and the metal detectors. So you know that I need not explain it much because you undergo that scanning and then you enter that premises. This technology is also helpful in weapon assembly and forensic sciences. The assembly of different types of weapons has become very simple because of the use of this technology and the forensic sciences. This is a different area, spatial area, which is used for investigation of different crimes or investigation of different things by the forensic officers or investigating agencies or our even defense personnel also. maybe police or military personnel are there. So these people, these agencies have been using different types of technologies which are enabled with ICT, and with the help of that, they have also developed their own systems which are useful for them in case of weapon assembly or forensic sciences or investigations based on forensic. Then tracking and tapping of calls. There are many debates in our country because of the tracking or tapping of calls of some VIPs or some renowned persons, or you may say some government officials or some politicians. Many times there are different debates in our country. So this tapping of calls is also possible with the help of information communication technology. Sometimes we can also tap the calls of our enemies. If we could get the proper frequency, we can tap their calls also. Means we can uh, guess their further moves if we could tap the calls of our enemies. And these days, this is also a very common thing for these defense or armed forces. Armed forces. Then another area where we have been using ICT is management. Like we can go for a better planning, or we can go for the planning of the human resource and the raw material. We have different applications for human resource planning or the planning of the raw material. So when you go to any industry, they have a proper planning of their raw material and their production line, their supply chain on their screen, their computers. The simplest example would be your departmental stores. When you go to the departmental store, they put all the details of your products. They scan the barcodes of all your products in their system, and immediately it is updated in their storeroom. It is updated in their storeroom. How many things have been bought by the customers? Let us say it is some talcum powder. So that talcum powder, what is the quantity you had earlier, and what is the quantity that has been bought by the customers at the end of the day? So the material management or supply management or supply chain management, all these areas have been using ICT technology, even in the management of offices or different, you can say it, trading establishments or business establishments. Then the most important thing is the forecasting, weather forecasting or any kind of forecasting. If you talk about weather forecasting, during our break, I had a message, and already red and orange alert has been given for some districts. Our district has been given red alert here in Raigad district, being the coastal region of Maharashtra. We have been given red alert here. So there was a same news flashing on my mobile or TV screen, that red alert has been given, and within I received some message also, SMS, that within next 3 to 4 hours there would be heavy rainfall, and there would be severe winds here in this particular area. So we have been using different apps for this forecast. One of the apps is windy.com. So with the help of windy.com, we can track the movement of these clouds and winds, to which direction these clouds and winds are approaching. And based on that, even we can plan our activities also. We can plan our travel also. We can decide whether we should travel to the coastal area, we should travel to the through the ghat section. Based on that, we can decide it, we can plan our travel. I mean to say that these systems have proved very much useful for us, because earlier, before you can say 20 to 25 years, these things were not existing, and that's why we did not have access to all such technologies. So thanks to all these technologies, because of which we can uh, predict the things well in advance, we can know these things well in advance, and we can plan the things accordingly. This is about the security and defense systems and management, different type of management. It may be data management, data storage, or data retrieval. Okay, it may be anything where we can use all these technologies. Then, uh, banking system. See, just you can compare. You can visualize the bank in the year 2002 or 2003 and the banks in the year 2024 or 25. What is the scenario? What is the difference? You may say there is a drastic difference. What was the scene in the banks in the year 2002? Usually you have to go to the bank with if you wanted to withdraw some money there, you have to get either your check or your withdrawal slip. You have to stand there in the queue, long queue. And when it is your turn, you have to hand over that withdrawal slip to that cashier or earlier to some other fellow. And that fellow would usually check whether you have sufficient balance, whether you have some sufficient balance. If you have some sufficient balance, he allowed you to go to the cash counter. And means this was a very lengthy process and there was a long queue during those days. But now, what is the scenario? Most of you, I think, might not have visited your banks for many months or years. And that's why usually you receive the calls from banks that where they ask you, they request you to visit the bank physically for your KYC or for some withdrawal transaction or some credit transaction, debit or credit transaction. Means even the banking sector has been using ICT, and that's why they have become paperless. They need not go through those ledgers before they provide you the cash at the cash counter. They can just check it out in their computers and immediately they can hand over you the cash if you are there to withdraw some money. Even we do not see those long queues as we witnessed in the past. I mean, everything is available for banking. Your KYC is available, online, offline KYC is available. All your data is available. Your civil scores are available with your bank. Your credit information, your loan information, everything is available with them. Within a few clicks, within a few minutes, they can provide you all this information. Your interest certificate is also generated. Even you can see that online. And now we have been using this internet banking or mobile banking also. So, because of this transformation in the banking sector, our bank is available with us in the form of our laptop or our mobile. With the help of those mobile apps, we can transfer the money, we can make any kind of transaction. Okay. Then healthcare and medicine. Healthcare and medicine, this sector has totally been transformed. Even when you go to the hospitals or operation theaters, you know, a lot of technology has been injected there, has been being used there, and some of the operations are also carried out by those robots. Maybe the knee operation like knee replacement or some major operations, critical operations, these are performed by the machines, and all kind of information can be monitored on the screen there in the operation theater or the intensive care units of these hospitals, ICUs, what you call. So this is also not an exception for technological advancements. Healthcare sector or hospitals is also not an exception for technological advancements. Even the pharmaceutical industry, this is also technology enabled, and because of that, we can save a lot of time and we can perform all the operations. Operations means not the surgical operations, but all kind of activities within a short span. Even surgical operations are also done as I have told you just now. Then politics and governance. Politics and governance. During the election campaigns, you can find the way these politicians perform different activities. Different activities. You receive some messages, some simple messages, as well as some WhatsApp messages also. So these politicians, they hire some firm or some company that uses technology for their election campaign. They hire such companies. With the help of that company, they go for the election campaign, and they can stay connected with you people, the voters, through different messages or maybe different videos or different type of media, and they are using ICT there. Then if you consider the governance, the governments, different governments, just now I referred to the red alerts and orange alerts about rain, warnings related to rain. Even the government agencies, they also send us the messages when it is going to rain heavily. So governance is also using some kind of system, ICT, for passing on different messages to the people, the common man, you can say. Industries, these industries are also IT enabled or ICT enabled, and they have been using all kind of technology for the management of their industries. Then research sector or scientific domain. In research establishments, there are different research establishments like DRDO or National Chemical Laboratories, NCL, what you call, or there are some other research organizations like you may say ISRO, that is for space research. So all these organizations, they are also using, they have been using the use of this one ICT or technology, different types of technologies, and because of that, we could reach the moon also. We could reach the moon, and we have carried out many inventions in all type of sectors. So once again, we should be thankful to the technology, different advancements in the field of technology. Next is transport. It may be related to the traffic alerts or the traffic systems, tracking systems, tracking systems. See, this GPS has become uh, the part and parcel of our life. Whenever we are traveling, we use GPS system. When we want to reach a particular destination, we set that destination by using our mobile, and we reach our destination safely. It's a different thing that sometimes it may misguide you, but that is only in the exceptional cases. Most of the times it guides us properly. Even this tracking system, GPS tracking systems are in place in many, you may say, the railways or the public transport systems, or many trucks are there which are enabled with GPS tracking system, so that their location can be tracked by their owners or by the concerned transport agency. The respective transport agencies can track their system, their whereabouts, so that they can inform their passengers, they can inform their customers about the locations of their vehicles. And with the help of that, we get all the timely updates, all the timely updates. So this is about the use of ICT in transport systems. Transport systems. Most of the things, as far as education is concerned, we have discussed. So I don't think we need to repeat those things. But we are sure that it has improved. ICT has improved the communication facilities in the education sector. It has brought in a lot of convenience for the people. If you have observed the NPTEL platform, you can you can listen to, or you can watch the videos also. You can watch the videos also by using these platforms, MOOCs, or you have Infosys Springboard also. NPTEL is there, Udemy is there. So you have several platforms, and with the help of these platforms, we are using uh, all their resources. Okay. I hope you are getting the points. You are with me. You are following me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then we have all these e-learning platforms or online learning platforms. Okay. That's good. Just now I referred to different platforms, e-learning platforms like NPTEL or Udemy or MOOCs or Infosys Springboard. The most important thing that we have been blessed with is inclusion. Inclusion in the educational sector. ICT has brought in inclusion, like the students in the classroom, they can learn from the material, they can use the different online resources also, means they are not deprived of any kind of resources because of the use of ICT tools. It also promotes high order thinking skills, and maybe because of that we call them generation Z, and these people have easy access to all those things. And with the help of that, we as the resource persons, as the teachers, we can evaluate, we can plan our sessions properly, we can monitor their progress, and we can use these ICT technology at our place for better management of the office, classroom, or our educational institution. Our educational institution. Even this is helpful for the enhancement of the subject learning, and ICT has also developed ICT literacy and ICT capability, especially from the pandemic. During those approximately 2 years, we have developed literacy about ICT to a larger extent. Earlier, some people who were maybe in their 40s or 50s, they were afraid of using technology, they were afraid of using mobile, they were afraid of using computers and laptops. But these people have also started using these technical gadgets, and now they are well versed. They are very much comfortable with all these gadgets and all these applications. Then it also encourages a collaboration between the teachers and the learners. Already I have explained that point. And it motivates learning. That is very important. That with the help of use of technology, we are motivated to use these gadgets. The children, especially, they can learn a lot with the help of technology. Many times you might have seen that the children in our family, children around us, may have a sound knowledge of technology if compared with the elder members from that family. So we have given them access to the children to for these electronic gadgets. That's why they have they are motivated to learn different things, and with the help of that they can learn so many things, and now they are comfortable with the use of technology or these technical gadgets. It's a kind of fascination for them. These children are fascinated with the technology, and that encourages and motivates them to learn different things. And similarly, when they are in the classroom, they get motivation to learn such things with the help of technology or ICT. So this is, we can say, no doubt it can have both the sides. Huh? If we provide them excessive access to technology, it may be dangerous for them. And if we provide them limited access to technology, definitely it can prove a boon for them. Okay. ICT in education, it also improves their engagement in the classes or instructional sessions and knowledge retention also. They can retain that knowledge if we use ICT. I had cited the example of your pre-primary classes for that. In order to explain that, you can recall that example. It can, it also enabled the integration, ICT integration. It plays a key part in the national curriculum. Now we are planning to have a similar curriculum at national level. Earlier we had different types of curriculum, but maybe within a few years we could be able to see that at national level we have the same kind of curriculum, more or less same curriculum, which will be developed by these governing bodies at national level. Another important thing is the knowledge economy. So we are the part of the knowledge economy where it is very important to have the ability to produce and use information effectively. And we can say this is the right time where ICT is pervasive and it can permeate through all industries. It may be the health sector, it may be the education sector, or it may be the manufacturing sector. Everywhere we have realized the significance of ICT. Everywhere we have realized the significance of ICT and we have started using it, and even the fruits of it are being paid to us. That's why it's a boon, we can say. Then so, in the area of education, it has facilitated the personalized or interactive learning. Quality access to quality education resources has been provided because of ICT, and it has fostered critical thinking and digital literacy skills. People, the today's generation, these youngsters can critically think about so many things. And as a result of that, you might have observed the kid or kids in your family, they always ask you some different questions. If they do not get any response from your side, they would get that mobile or laptop or tab and they would search for that answer. And with the help of that, they can learn so many things. Means they have got easy access to all the learning material, and it has developed their critical thinking also by watching different types of YouTube videos, academic videos, or the videos of some manufacturing units of industries. They can visualize all those machines and everything, and it has also developed their critical thinking. I think that has shaped their thinking. And it has opened the doors to learn beyond classrooms. And that's why do not have any limits. They are ready to learn beyond classrooms. So this has, you can say, proved a boon for us. And we are ready to go for global collaborations also. Means they can listen to the lectures from the person or resource person or professor from any foreign university. Means there are no limitations now for these youngsters. So this has transformed the field of education. So we have virtual reality, we have gamification of classrooms, we have online learning platforms, we have flipped classrooms also. Many of your organizations or many of you being teachers might be using flipped classrooms at your place. The e-learning platforms like Swayam or NPTL, Diksha, Udemy, all these platforms are being used by we people. And we also might have created the different types of e-content. We might have been using these repositories and virtual labs. We used a lot during the pandemic. ICT is also useful for learning different languages. Like we can use the Indian languages, no doubt, but also the foreign languages. The platforms like what is that platform? Duolingo. The platforms like Duolingo can be used by different people, different students, not only the students, but different people, even we people, teachers. We can also use the platforms like Duolingo and we can learn some foreign languages also. And that is possible with the help of such tools. ICT is integrated with such platforms. That's why we are able to learn the foreign languages. Another side of the ICT, see, I've been frequently talking about the limited use of ICT or other side of ICT. No doubt, as each coin has two sides, we till this moment we were talking about only the lighter side. We were talking about the lighter side of ICT, but to some extent we need to discuss the darker side of ICT. Darker side of ICT means somewhere we have to put a line, or you call it Lakshman Resha, limitation. We have to put some limitation. Otherwise, it may be disastrous. But as far as ICT is concerned, there are some disadvantages. What are those disadvantages? It may be something like digital divide. It has created a kind of digital divide. Like some people who are, you can say, the senior citizens or who have moved towards their 60s, they may say, sir, we are not able to use this technology, so it's very difficult for us, and we are not mentally prepared to use computers and laptops and these smart boards in the classrooms. Means they are mentally not prepared at all. They feel that we should use only the chalk and blackboard. So this has created a kind of digital divide among the people, and that may be called as the one of the disadvantages of ICT. Lack of teachers training to use ICT tools. There may be many organizations which do not conduct the teachers training for using different ICT tools. This may be another disadvantage of ICT. The most burning factor is insecurity of data. It is, I think, a major concern nowadays because people are not taking care of their gadgets. They are not taking care of the security of their gadgets, and that's why insecurity of data has become a major disadvantage. It has become a major concern for many people, and that is why different frauds are taking place. These fraudsters, they are they do have sound knowledge of technology, and they are misusing that sound knowledge, their sound knowledge of technology. To some extent, it may lead to unemployment because of automation. To some extent, it may lead to unemployment. Then virus threat, that is another concern, virus threat. By using different virus trojans or trojan applications, virus related applications, these over smart people can misuse the technology. They can misuse the technology. Cost of setting up ICT gadgets. This may be a concern for some, you may say, small scale organizations. Otherwise, for large scale organizations, it is not a major concern these days because they are convinced, they have realized what is the use of ICT, what is the importance of ICT. Okay. Then what should be the solution for that? If we are talking about these challenges, then we must have the solutions also. We need to promote digital literacy in order to minimize digital divide. These organizations should try to promote digital literacy among their employees. so that they should not feel insecure while using all these technologies. Providing professional development for teachers, a similar kind of professional development programs may be organized by all these organizations, and some efficient security system should be in place with that organization so that the intruders who cannot uh, take the control of their system, and all the data of that system will be very safe. The data of their employees, their major stakeholders would be very safe. And that's why some effective or efficient security systems should be in place at all these organizations. So these can be some of the solutions to these challenges or disadvantages when we talk about ICT. There may be several resources or several tools maybe there for the integration of ICT in education. For example, if we are resource persons, so we all of us as resource persons, we can use different tools which are available, like Mentimeter.com is there. So, being teachers, being resource persons, you can develop your own questionnaires, your own quizzes can be generated using all such tools. Now we have all the applications of Google which are available at Google platform, and I know, I'm sure you people have access to the Google platform. The licensed Google platform can also be accessed if your organization has bought it. And with the help of that, we can use all such platforms to develop different questionnaires or quizzes, or even for evaluation purpose, we can use the Google platform. During pandemic, you might have done that because um, most of the examinations we conducted in online mode, and objective multiple choice question exams over there, and most of you have developed your examinations in Google Forms, and based on that, you got the results also, and the same result was used for your examination sections also. Even we can design the interactive sections by interactive sessions by using facilities like Mentimeter or Google platforms, and this will be more interactive for your learners, and this will be more effective. You can design your effective sessions by using all such platforms, and this can enhance the integration of learners into the classroom. Those may be the physical classrooms, or those may be the online classrooms like this one. Okay, so these are some more tools you can utilize. There is one more technology we can talk about. It is the Internet of Things, IoT. Do we have some engineers with us in this session? Do we have some engineers with us, or we have only the teachers from uh, sciences and humanities? Yeah, anybody who comes from engineering background? Yeah, we have one fellow here, transportation engineering. He or she is from civil engineering. Hmm? Okay, good. So we have many of you might have heard about IoT, Internet of Things. This is also a technology. We have been using IoT in our day-to-day life. See, everybody might have used the online portals, e-commerce portals like Amazon and Flipkart. You might have seen there when you search for a particular product, a particular kind of product at Amazon. What happens next time? Next time it suggests you some products based on your search. Based on your search, those products are suggested to you based on your earlier search. Means that stores your search history, and based on that, it would suggest you some products. Means with the help of Internet of Things, or with the help of this technology, IoT, these things, these transactions take place, or these suggestions come to you from the owner of that platform. From the owner of that platform means no individual is sitting there to track your searches. It happens with the help of IoT, and IoT is also being used in different sectors of education, or you may say business. In all these areas, we are using these technologies. So this is what we have discussed right from the beginning. How we talked about the journey of this technology right from the beginning, when we did not have easy access to mobiles and landline phones. Then gradually we got access to landlines, pagers, first of all bar phones, then smartphones, then internet. Earlier, this access to internet was not very easy for the common man, but now the common man has easy access to internet. Even your maid can have access to internet. Sometimes, if she is not coming to you, she can just WhatsApp to you. I'll be on leave today. Sorry. Hmm? So this way, the common man from the society has got easy access to internet. Then we discussed the use of technology, use of ICT in different areas in our day-to-day life. Okay, and finally, we talked about the different tools that can be useful in different walks of life for the common man, or being the teachers. We can use all these tools. Even we can explore all these some more tools also, which are related to ICT, so that we can make our classrooms, maybe online or offline classrooms, more effective, so that our teaching learning process can be enhanced. It can be enhanced. Okay. So this is the way we can bring in transformation, we can bring in enhancement in our classrooms, online or offline classrooms. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share with you in this session, in today's session. So that's all from my side. If you would like to share anything, you would like to ask anything, the session is open for the discussion. I'll stop sharing this screen, my screen now. So if you have anything to discuss, or even you are free to add something to this, because very often I call myself as a lifelong learner. I'm ready to learn anything from anybody. Yeah. Anything from your side, the participants' side. Okay. It seems there is nothing to say. Okay. There is one thumbs up. Okay. Thank you. So it seems you do not have any queries, or you do not want to add, or you do not want to ask anything. Okay. That's good. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Guruba Kurpe, Mr. Kadam, Miss Afreen. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do we have anybody from the HRDC BAMU here? I just would like to know whether they want to have a photograph. Anybody from participants? Is it needed to take a photograph from their side, or shall I end the session? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, Mr. KR Bise. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. So shall I end this session here, participants? Or is it needed to take some screenshot or photograph? Anybody from participant side? Can you tell me? No photos. Okay. Okay. So I think I can end this session here. Thank you very much, all the participants, for this, for joining my session and patient listening. And I should be thankful to the coordinator or the director from HRDC BAMU, who has given me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm thankful to HRDC BAMU also for giving me this opportunity to interact with the friends from this teacher fraternity. And once again, thank you to all of you. Thank you. Yeah. Do we have Rafe sir here? Dr. Rafe? No, I think he's not there. He might be busy with some other session. So, with the permission of HRDC, I'll end this session here with a big thank you for all of you once again. Thank you.